just start us off with a little bit about yourself, introducing yourself, and a little bit about maybe your research.
Okay. I'm Susana Morris, Associate Professor of English at Auburn University. I teach African American Lit mostly from the mid to late 20th century through the 21st century. My research has been on Toni Morrison and respectability politics, and now I've segued more so to talking about Black speculative fictions and particularly Afrofuturism and its relationship to feminism. So
Excellent.
that's pretty much what my work is.
Okay. So, so far, well, I guess we're at the end. So, how's the conference? What's been your favorite part about the conference, or what new thoughts have been intrigued here?
I think most often, as I have a cohort of African Americanists in my department where I do the late stuff. We have other folks doing sort of the middle part of the canon and folks doing the early part, but I don't have anyone else who does exactly what I do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to be in conversation with folks who are like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, right? I'm also being introduced to a lot of things I haven't read or seen. Mm-hmm. It's nice to be in interdisciplinary conversation with visual artists or folks who are historians or scholars of communication and so on, since I'm a literary person. So my favorite parts of the conference have been, I think, the organic moments, just like where people are just chatting and exchanging information, the camaraderie. Because again, I think that as an academic, that can be hard to find, as someone who studies science fiction and fantasy and Afrofuturism. But there's an online community, there's a conference community, so I'm glad to be tapping into that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What are you reading right now? I'm always curious to know.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you have recommendations, or who's doing interesting things?
Right now, I'm doing a little old school, if Butler could be called old school, but I'm teaching a capstone course on Afrofuturism. So we just finished Parable of the Sower, and now we're reading Parable of the Talents. And it's been a long time since I read those books, so it's almost like reading them anew. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm reading right now. But I made kind of a commitment to myself to read more graphic novels and comics this year. So I've been meaning to read Concrete Park, and I just haven't. I feel bad. Like, this was an amazing comic, and I should have read it already. But I have a couple of volumes on my shelf that I want to pull off when it's spring break.
Excellent. So one of your specialties is kind of where Afrofuturism and feminism intersect, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you hope for? Where do you see that going in the future for Afrofuturism and feminism?
Yeah, I just hope that there'll be more conversations about it, because right now there's just really a handful of us talking about Afrofuturism explicitly connected to feminism. There are a lot of women who are involved in Afrofuturism. Not that feminism is just to do with women, but I'm particularly interested in Black feminism having a space in Afrofuturistic conversations, both in terms of within the art, within the literature, and all that kind of stuff, but in the criticism as well. So I'm hoping that it won't just be like me and a couple other people talking about this stuff, but that it will be vibrant and robust. Yeah.
Is that about all we have time for? Or
Yeah, thanks.